Good evening, YouTubers. Welcome to episode 118 of ShrigleytubeTV. Quite a short video in comparison tonight. Just been moving units, not a great deal of production at all this week. But I've had our Chris helping me, so it was while he was off work, it was worthwhile making use of him and filling the big red van up and moving loads of engines to the new place and my little freewheeler Bondi as well. So it's Friday morning now. I'm off to Jersey to service for Tim with my friend Shauno. So that's me for the weekend. So I'll get a video for Tuesday night, which will be all about the Jersey Valley. And we'll put that on at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. And then for Sunday night, you'll just have Monday to Thursday from this week. So hope you enjoy what you see. At the end of the video, because it was so short, I've tagged on an old video from before ShrigleyTube existed. So before episode 1 came about, I did some work and I made a video about it on an old Ford diesel engine. I'll explain more in the video. I'll put it on at the end. So if you're still up and you want to watch something, that's there. Brilliant. Take care. Bye. Morning, YouTubers. It's Monday morning. Thought I'd start the week by saying hello on screen. And I just noticed I've got like a massive mark on my forehead, but anyway, we'll get rid of that in a minute. It's just where my glasses have been. So I've got this engine. I just set myself an easy task. Obviously Saturday we finished by getting the crankshaft in. You might remember if you watched last week's video. And I set myself an easy Monday morning task, which was to machine these bearings here. They're mini bearings, so they're a bit wider. So we put them in a jig and then machine them in the lathe down to imp size. So I'll turn the camera around. I've just seen the mark on my forehead. That's me glasses. These, in fact, everyone should have these if they work with grinders or, you know, on a lathe or drilling a hole in something. Anything where you get bits of swarf that fly off, because the glasses that just go around your face, I've had it where the swarf gets behind, or a spark from the grinding gets behind the glasses and dances around. It's got a lot of energy in it, you know, especially if it's spinning, and then it can get in your eye. So these are like from Screwfix, like £5. We actually bought these for the World Final. I got a load of them for the kids and that for when we went to King's Lynn. Stop the mud from getting in their eyes because we wanted to go trackside. But they've doubled up as a fantastic, useful thing in the workshop. Anyway, there you go, Screwfix, about £5.99, brilliant. So these are my shells, which I've just very carefully taped up and then machined the side of them. So they're now the correct width for the imp. We've got a set of Mr. Maynard's squeeze cast pistons, which are using the metric ring pack. So if you look, the ring pack is quite considerably better than what we used to deal with back in the day. It's got like a 3-piece oil control ring, and they're just very good. Them, I do like them. And we've got a set of standard length steel rods to go with them. That's all good. So I'm going to get them in the block now, and we'll find out what the protrusion height on them is, and then we can machine them back and create little intruders to get the compression ratio up. Right, well, finished building my bottom end this morning. Come to the new unit. My mate Bernie's come to join me. We brought a boot full of stuff. Now Bernie, I believe something bad happened last night. What's this about? The missus not letting you watch ShrigleyTube?
Strictly Come Dancing was on.
Strictly Come Dancing? Got priority?
She's got the priorities wrong, hasn't she?
Mate, we've got another video tonight.
I'm
gonna. Well, can you back me up, because I'm a bit scared. She's ID is a woman not to be messed with, but we're gonna give her some sticks. Let's see how she copes with it. What are you stopping for? Heidi. Listen, I've had a bit of a chat with Bernie. Yeah. He said that Strictly Come Dancing came ahead of ShrigleyTube.
Well, actually, it's true. But I did say that we'll go to bed and watch ShrigleyTube afterwards.
Oh,
so,
you know what? If you sleep, money.
The cocoa, which you'd make me, and we go to bed and watch it.
Yeah, make you nod off straight away, don't you?
No.
Honestly.
So I must admit, some of it I do get a bit...
Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it?
Well, I don't understand it, but some of it I do, and it's helping me.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for you coming down today. You've been absolutely brilliant. I can't believe you're chopping bits of wood while I'm walking around like starry-eyed.
I don't want anybody to say I'm not doing it.
No, hey, look how straight that line is. Flipping heck. It's well better than my job, that. Mine's over here, so we have to turn the board round. It was that wonky. Right, brilliant. Well, I'll get you a brew made or something. Got a mega afternoon here. Thank you to these two Been up on there, haven't we, Bernie? Heidi's been passing the tools. Got full shelving arrangement now. We've got 4 left over, which we are going to fit here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind them and then weld them up with a MIG welder, because obviously we've got the fire exit there. I didn't want to block that. But there was nowhere else in the workshop that we could put them that wasn't going to obscure the light or another door. So brilliant that, Bernie. Thank you very much. And you, Heidi.
Pleasure.
Yeah. He's earned his tea again. He keeps earning his tea, doesn't he?
He's got to go and make it first.
Has he? I don't believe that. Right.
You don't believe it?
Same time tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, we've got the kids tomorrow.
I'm only joking. Brilliant. Thank you. Good morning, chaps. It's Tuesday, mid-morning. I did get my engines together yesterday. Got my rods in, did my piston heights, got all that together. So I got that to a stage yesterday before we went to do shelving with Bernie and Heidi. Very kindly came to help me. This morning I've just been organising bits, making sure I've got everything I need to get a build on with this later in the week. Because today I've got my brother helping me, and while I've got him, I want to take the opportunity to move stuff to the new unit in the big red van, because it's much easier when there's 2 of you to lump things around. So I think we've got a plan here. Unfortunately, I've got a cold again, which depresses me, because I thought I'd grown out of this by now, but yeah, I keep on getting them. I always seem to get a cold the week leading up to me going to Jersey. So when I go to Jersey for the rally, and I'm going to the rally on what day am I going to the rally? Friday, to service for Tim. So we'll get a rally report going. But yeah, I always have a cold whenever I go there. It really annoys me. Right, so I've got all my ducks in a row here. I can leave this now. We'll start loading the van. Okay, chaps, we're about to load Bondi into the back of the big red van. I'm really excited about Bondi coming to the new unit. I have neglected him, and I've been looking for a reason to talk about him for ages. This is my little Bond. I've had him since about 2006 or 7. Really bad story. The registration number is Boo49F, and my mate's got an Aston Martin, Pete, and he bought this off the eBay for like 400 quid. And he said to me, if you go and get it, then you can have the rest of it. I just want the V5 document and the reg number for my Aston Martin. So I said, no worries. Oh, look there, look at that, 2011. When she was last taxed. So I went and picked it up, and then when I got it back, the logbook said tricycle, non-transferable. So that was that. So he said, oh, you've been and got it, Andy, just have it. So I thought, well, I looked at it and I thought, you know what, I'll put an engine and box in this. So I started driving it on the road. I put an Imp Sport, just an 875 Imp Sport in it. I've got to say, it was absolutely awesome. I loved it. If you look, I did actually do a fair... I've forgotten about all this. I put Fiesta track rods on it for the stabiliser bars, and I fitted a disc brake on the front of it as well. Look how cracked the tyre is. It's just been sat round forever. Crikey. I did all the bushes on there, and then there was a bit of an issue with them. There's quite a lot of flex. It's only fiberglass. So my mate Hulsey did a load of work on it for me. Oh, it's just wrecked now, but we put a bulkhead in it. We were going to paint it black and call it a Delta Bond after I saw one at, yeah, so it's like a little van in the back now. Got some nice seats. Put a pedal box in it as well, but that was as far as I got. Because the floor isn't particularly, they don't inspire. But it's got like a backbone to it, should we say, and that goes up and supports off the front spine where the steering geometry goes. I even did the steering box on it. It's got a standard 10 steering box. So I rebuilt about 3 of them and made a mint one. So, and it's got disc brakes on the back as well, believe it or not, inch shafts. I did all the work and then just ran out of time, like most things in my life. But I'm hoping we get him in a new unit, we can get him on the road. What I've got to remember is how much fun it was to drive. What you don't realise is, like a Robbery Reliant, dangerous thing, engine up front dead high, no weight over the back wheels. So as soon as you go around a corner, they just tip, you know, they lift the back wheel. But because this has got the imp engine and gearbox in the back, over the back wheels, once I got it to turn in properly, in the wet, I could come to a roundabout, flick it in, and drift round. Honestly, I mean, I had bigger balls back then. I was only about late 20s. But Maybe, no, actually in my 30s. But yeah, but I will get back to this. I found a pair of Metro wheels as well. Got them powder coated. And I put tyres on it. It's got A48 Yokohamas on it, A048s. Yeah, she's an absolute machine. So I know it looks a million miles away, but if I got a spare week to sort the loom out, do the brake pipes, put an engine and box in it, we could be doing wheelies in no time. Right, I finished getting excited about my little Bond. It is honestly a cracker. The only thing is the missus hates it and says that there's no way I'm allowed to take the kids out in it. But we'll have to work just on under the business end of Bondi. I'd forgotten I got all this goody gear on here. These are my old HSCC trailer arms. I did these about 30 years ago. They got banned, unfortunately, because they're on rose joints. But it gave me the ability to take all the towing out of the back of the car. It's great for straight line speed, but wrecks the cornering. So they've got disc brakes on them as well. All the calipers are inside the car, I think. But yeah, some good kit on here. Can't wait to get him back on the road. Do you ever get that feeling something's about to go horribly wrong? Right, our kid, give us a little flick. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure my chip bars can have enough strength in it. Oh, might be all right. This. Stop there, mate. We put a bit of lock on. Oh, can't do that. Look how happy he is, our kid. He's the happiest I've seen Bond. I think I can see a smile on his face. He knows he's coming to the new unit to get fixed. We'll get him some new eyes first and some new tyres. Yeah, it actually held out a bit of wood. We just rocked up at Oulton Park. There's a bit of a test going on. Mate, let me have a look at your hands. What are you doing?
Tastes better.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's better than mustard.
Mate, you're absorbing all that.
That's fine. That's why, mate. It's bifidus di oileus.
All right. Hey, what are you doing to the Lotus Cortina? Is it still running?
Discs. Yeah, it's fine.
It's good, is it?
Trying to improve the brake feel. It's decided to put a new set of discs on it. So
It looks grand, mate. I love it. The boys have got the Clios out as well. We should have been here, but committed to the job, aren't I? Committed to moving. So
you notice the Clios have got matching damage.
have they?
Yeah, equal pack.
I can't get excited about them for 1 second in any way, shape or form. I'm really sorry.
But pound per mile, they're good fun.
Are they? It's front wheel drive. The wrong wheels are driving it.
Look at how much money goes into this.
Yeah, but look at
How
it.
much money's gone in that.
It's an
throwaway of fun.
I know, but this is something you can look at and enjoy looking at it. Look at it.
I'd be
It's
scared of
beautiful.
racing
No.
Fear of damaging it.
It's only money, isn't it? That's just amazing. Look at it. What a wonderful bit of design and engineering. Look at that. Plastic inlet manifold. Plastic cam cover. Jesus, it's just horrendous. No. I'm with the Lotus Cortina every day. Clive is going to tell us about these little cars. You've got one of these, haven't you, Clive?
Have I got one of these? Mine's a Peugeot.
Is it?
Yeah, mine's a Peugeot. Yeah, these are Diamond of Dooms, these.
Diamond of Doom.
Yeah.
You might remember Clive. Clive's been on ShrigleyTube before because Clive had the Sierra Cosworth with the dog alarm system.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. So why isn't yours here today? Putting your engine in it?
Yeah, put new engine in it. Should be here today, but the ECU's not working for some reason.
Oh, drats.
What's the difference between a race car and a road car?
So this is the race version,
Yeah.
and this is the road. This is what Steve's.
Belongs to this man here.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like YouTube, does he? Apparently he's been having his daughter learn to drive this. I just can't get excited about it, but I bet they are quite fast.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Are they?
Good fun on the track, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. Ah, mate, let's get him. Stephen! What's the problem?
This guy's been on TV.
Oh,
before,
mate, this guy's like mega popular, isn't he? He's just been eating a sandwich.
Like a rash.
Like a rash. Mate, I think you're putting that together in the wrong order. I didn't want to alarm you, like.
That's why your car's still in the garage, mate.
Yeah, well, you wait, mate. You'll be back
should
out.
be working.
I know. I've just come to see you.
This is a lovely car as well, isn't it, Andrew?
I know. I do like it, mate. But we've come to see this, and then we're going to go back to work. But yeah, hopefully dinner hour will be over soon. So have you enjoyed your season's racing anyway?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Yeah,
Good.
It's been good fun. Yeah.
Good, good. And you're sharing with Andy G?
No, the Scouse Andy. Fast Andy.
Oh, Fast Andy.
Yeah, Fast Andy.
Fast Andy Jones, the banger racer.
Yeah, the banger racer, yeah.
Yeah, oh, brilliant. Right, well, we'll leave you in peace now. We'll wait for this to fire up.
Is that Bob?
That's Bob, that.
Right.
Bob doesn't do YouTube. It's a rare shot of him, that. He doesn't know I'm recording or if you're getting upset.
How are you getting on with the new place?
Yeah, we're moving in slowly but surely, doing a bit each day, you know.
Are you staying here for 5 minutes?
I'm going to get in the van, I'm going to go and watch it on Cascades and I'm going to go. But yeah, whatever you want to do. Can you email them to me or show us? Go.
I'll show you. I won't be there. We can't just show you there.
Right, I'll drive over to you. I'm in the big red van.
This one here?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Yeah. Morning YouTubers, it's Wednesday. I've got a sore throat, so I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I'm a bit grumpy. All I've managed to do is paint the sump. I've fitted the new camshaft bearings in the cam carrier and discovered that my new cam followers don't fit, so that was not the best start. Thankfully, Bernie and our Chris are here to cheer me up because next door, excuse the extreme mess, we're in the middle of moving. Bernie, show me the magic you've worked in here. Make me smile. Bernie's got the new box. It's wired up to a point. You're going to do the revolution, Bernie. Oh, look at that. It's actually seeing RPM. That's the best bit of news ever, that, mate. In celebration of Bernie's success.
Doesn't take much, does it, to make you happy?
Mate, it's progressing the right way. When this dyno can get us to the next level of learning about how engines work and getting them to produce some power. Now, Bernie said if you've got any old donkey engines you can put on that we can run just to test the system before we transplant it to the new dyno cell in leafy Cheshire. And I had this, some of you might remember it from years ago. It's basically a P1800 Ford engine, which is the old, they look like a Cortina with the back chopped off them. And they used to be turbo diesel, but they weren't much cop. But then later on in life, Ford made a Connect engine, which was a direct injection engine. So I took the direct injection head and the mechanical pump off a turbo diesel Escort and a P800 bottom end, put the pistons and rods out of the Connect engine in it and the Connect head and the turbocharger. We grafted that on, that's off a Mercedes 2.2 turbo diesel Sprinter. And we've concocted this. I've run it on the floor. In fact, I made a video about it. I'll put a link in now in case you're interested. But we're going to put this on air, and this can be our test engine because it'll be ideal to give it a run. And I think it'll be quite, it's quite strong. I'm sure it'll do good torque. We can load the dynamo up properly and see if it's going to work. So, very excited, Bernie. Anyway, we're off to the new unit now. So Bernie's over and out for the day.
That's me, didn't it, today?
What we on? We on a bit of a shopping spree, or we working on the Husky? On the van, sorry. The van, sorry.
Back to the van.
Back to the van.
Back into the garage.
Back in the garage, good lad. Right, well, thanks again. That's brilliant. Rocked up at the new workshop. Gonna crack on, get some stuff moved around, fill some shelves. Just come to see Bondi. How's it going, Bondi? Are you happy in the new workshop? Yeah? No one believes me, but Bondi actually talks. Watch this, right? Bondi, would you like another 875 Sport engine or a full race 1040? 1040! See, he speaks, doesn't he? Grand. He can't wait. So, all them boys are so horrible. Just been to see Bob next door, and all they could say was nasty things like, what is that thing inside your unit? So that's Bondi Boo. They just don't understand. They don't get it like I do. Anyway, I've been and splashed out. My boots. Got a bit of an air hole there, see it? See the steel toe? They've done a few hours them. I reckon they've had about 3 years out of them. And they were second hand when I got them. So a been and splashed out. New shoes because we go to Jersey on Friday and I couldn't really go in these. Okay, chaps, it's Wednesday evening. We finished play. We're going to go to the Hillman Club now and have my tea. So lovely view over there. You can't really see it, but you can see for miles. Amazing place. Anyway, through here, I finished cutting all my boards. Been putting all my heads on in order. And just generally trying to make some organisation. So got all my timing covers over there, bits of stuff that I don't know what to do with up there, more bits of stuff that I can't throw out over there. We've got some jobs that need to be moved around, and then we've got some heads, different states of tune. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. Got this bench as well, chopped all, got some more blades for this, so chop that up, that's in position, they're all in position, so we can start loading this room up then. I'm going to try and keep this as a good height workbench, that, for stripping the 930s, turn them into kits. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with myself. I'm getting there slowly. There's a lot more to do though. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of ShrigleytubeTV. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. If you're still up and you're not yawning, then the next video is one from before ShrigleyTube came about. It's all about my love affair with the 1800 diesel Ford engine, of which I've had many. And when I was a mechanic many years ago, I used to have a collection of the heads because as soon as the weather used to turn, they all used a snap belt. They had two belts, one for the pump, one for the cam. And when the cam belt used to snap, it used to smash the heads up. So I was a specialist in repairing the heads on Escort vans and putting new cams in them, used to buy the FAI kits and put them all in and get them all up and running. So yeah, good times, good memories from that engine, hence why I made such an effort to turn an old indirect engine into a direct engine. But you'll see more of that in a minute if you fancy watching it. Have a great week. I'll look forward to seeing you Tuesday night at 7 and we'll have a full rally report from Jersey. Bye for now. Very different video today. Never normally do diesel engines, but I've been intrigued by these engines for a while. Very sad really. So a Ford Escort 1.8 turbo diesel. Now this is an indirect engine, so obviously the has a pre-chamber and a flat piston, and then basically the combustion takes part in a separate chamber with where the glow plug is, etc. And then what I've done is I've had an idea. The idea was to fit a TDCI engine from a Connect, but using the original mechanical pump. So basically we'll be using a direct engine in an old Escort with the fully mechanical pump with one wire to the solenoid, which is how I like it because I can fix it. But what I needed to know was whether or not the pump was going to pop the injector at the same pressure. So this is an old school pump, transit TDCI injector, like an 03, 04 plate thing. Obviously it's a direct engine, you can tell by the injector it's a completely different design to the indirect engine. So I just threw it in a lathe and turned it down to M12 by 1.5 because initially it was one M14, so the nut wouldn't screw on. So we'll fire it up and we'll see if it's popping off. Let the glow plugs go out. Lovely spray pattern. So we now know that the injector will work. So all I've got to do now is graft that pump onto the chain driven type TDCI engine, or I can put the piston, assuming it's all same dynamics, I can use the pistons and rods and the head from the TDCI engine and graft them into this older style engine with the two belts. Right, I'll right, okay chaps, I'm just going to interrupt that little video because I watched it and I thought I've not really explained in very much detail there the specific differences between direct and indirect diesel engines, and they are very different in the way they work. Now, everything started years ago with a direct injection, so your old tractors and things like that, old diesel engines from the 60s, they were all direct, all your bus engines, and the way they worked was they have this here, this area in the top of the piston, which is drawn very, very badly, is the combustion chamber. So the injector squirts, and this little peak in the center of the dome, should we say, this is a sphere shaped, like top of the piston. It sprays the fuel into this area at top dead center, and it goes off all at one point. So it's a big bang, hence we get a big diesel knock. So I think I'm right in saying like Peugeots and Ford and various different manufacturers in the 80s, when they started turbocharging diesels, they started doing something called an indirect. So this is your injector, this is your glow plug. The piston was flat and there was no chamber. So at top dead center, all of the gases were pushed into this, what like they call it, like a remote combustion chamber, should we say, where the injector fired the fuel near the glow plug, and the idea was to try and control the burn a little bit. And then the expansion of gases, if they fly down the head, you might have seen some heads where you'd have the two valves, and then you'd have a little oval, and that would be where the these gases, when they're expanding, would rush down the hole. It was like a hardened insert in the head. It was an aluminium head, and then it pushed the piston down. But this was quite inefficient. It had just different issues. Like the main annoying one for me was any like 80s Peugeot or Ford Escort van, you had to wait for the glow plug light to go out. And also they did a Vauxhall version, which was called, let me see if I remember, it was called a 17 DTL, diesel turbo low pressure, and they were indirect as well. So you had to wait for the glow plug to go out before you could crank the engine, because in this situation, the heat from the combustion, the squashing of the gases at top dead center, it's quite efficient. So there's enough heat there to make a TDI, a direct injection, crank up without a glow plug. But this would, you could crank it till the cows came home, because there was so much heat loss in sending the gases up here. It was never enough to make them fire up. So you had to have the glow plugs. In fact, I used to glow my plugs twice to make it start quicker. Anyway, there you go. So what I've done is the 1800 diesel engine that I initially started out with, which was a P100 Ford engine, that was a turbocharged indirect. So I had this set up. But like I discussed in the video, later on, they made that, it was a fantastic engine, that Ford 1800 diesel engine. I mean, they would do 300,000-400,000 miles, no problem at all. Later on, they put them in the Transit Connects, and they made them a common rail later, but they did them as a DDI first, which means they had a mechanical pump, which had electronic control with conventional injector pipes. But they were direct injections, so the injector fired straight into the top of the chamber, and it was much more efficient, and obviously being turbocharged as well, they got great torque out of it, etc. So what I did was I took this injector from the indirect engine and I modified it. No, that's completely wrong. I didn't do that at all. I took the injector from the DDI engine and I fitted it on the engine with the pump, and I put this piston with the chamber in here and this cylinder head with the direct head injector basically on a P100 engine. So the P100 engine suddenly thought it was a 2005 Transit Connect engine with a direct chamber, and the pump. At the very start of the video, you'll have seen me testing the injector to see if the pump was capable of cracking it off at the same pressure, because of course this is all just an idea that came into my head. There's no actual engineering behind it, but it does actually seem to work quite well. So hopefully that explains to you the difference between a direct engine, a diesel engine, and an indirect. Of course, nowadays everything is direct, but with them having something called a piezo crystal type injector, they can stage when it injects, rather than it just injecting at pop-off pressure like it does on the old pump. When they're having electronics involved, they can stage how it squirts the fuel, which is another specialist subject altogether. But that's how they get them so clean and so efficient. Absolutely fantastic. I've never been a big lover of diesels, but a modern diesel engine, the torque and the economy is just, it'll never be surpassed, I don't think. Anyway, there you go. So I'll leave it at that for now. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock for the Jersey Rally Report.
For now.
Hi, welcome to the P100 TDI direct injection project. This is a bit of an odd issue that this particular engine suffers from, whereby the little end bush collapses. So I bought this Transit Connect, the early engine, the TDDI is it, before it became Common Rail. I just bought it for the cylinder head, and the guy said, oh, the bottom end's knocked out or whatever, so it didn't interest me really. But anyway, when I took it apart, the bottom end was mint. It was just the little end had collapsed. So as it's happened, we've got to use these rods because these rods match the TDI piston, the direct injection piston. So what I've had to do is I had to put it in the forge jaw, push the old remains of the old bearing out, push the new bearing in, and then pluck it up, and basically I've bored that now. This is the pin, so goes in nicely there. It may tighten up because obviously the clamping forces of the jaws on the little end housing may disfigure it slightly, so we might find it has to be finish honed just to get it perfectly round again. But that basically is that bit done now, so the pistons and rods assembly can go together and we'll get them in the block. Hi and welcome back to Project 800 TDI. This is our P100 engine. I've given it a bit of a clean. As you can see, it's got the mounts on the side, so it can have like a north-south setup as it would have been in the Sierra based P100. Obviously, just to recap, this would have been a indirect engine, so the ejection and the combustion took place in the cylinder head, a little bowl, and the piston looked like that, which is obviously a flat top piston. So what I've done is I've got the cylinder head from the later Transit Connect, which obviously has the combustion in the bowl. It's a direct engine, and I've took a piston and rod from the Connect, and I've just given it a light home, this block. And obviously this is the old indirect engine, and lucky for us, Ford didn't change any of the specs. Journal size, bore size, all measures up absolutely spot on. Even the deck height is correct. So this engine, which is actually, believe it or not, a cross-flow engine, you just can't tell because it's been beefed up a bit, but the actual, you could put a Lotus twin cam head straight on this. Anyway, I'm digressing. So one piston's in, deck height's correct, so all we've got to do now is put the other 4 pistons in, sump back on the TDI head on it, and then we will see if we can get a tune out of it. Thanks for watching. Little update on Project 1800 TDI. So we've got the P100 engine with the Transit Connect head with the Transit Connect pistons and rods. Obviously that's a direct injection engine, and we've got the original mechanical pump with the 1-wire solenoid. So this is all ready for transplanting, or we may run it on a dyno yet. I just wanted to talk for a minute about the turbo. So this is the original exhaust manifold, and it used to run with a Garrett old school type turbo with the wastegate. What I've done is I found a turbocharger off a Mercedes 2.2 diesel engine, which was a variable Venturi. So you can see I've had to elongate the holes a little bit and do a bit of messing. There's a little gasket there to line up the port, but basically this now bolts straight onto the P100 manifold. So we'll have the benefits of a variable vane turbo, which means we can obviously, by changing the size of the vane, obviously I've just took this apart so you can see how it works. It will help to spool up the turbo earlier, so we can make use of the torque virtually from idle. So you can see how it operates. Normally you'd have a turbo, I don't want to talk down to you, but normally a turbo has like a wastegate with an actuator. The actuator gets up to pressure, it opens the valve, the exhaust gases get bypassed straight past the wastegate rather than through the turbo, so the turbo doesn't go any faster. But with this, it operates slightly differently. Normally on a vacuum operated system, this lever here externally is attached to another actuator, and this little peg, it sits in here and basically, oh god, I've broke it already. It operates this set of vanes. You can't quite see them, but when they're fully open like that, the gases are able to just go past the turbo without spinning it. So when it comes up to its boost pressure, there's no back pressure. That's the point of it all. And when it's in its closed position, all the gases have to go through this part of the turbo, and obviously it'll spin up like a really small turbo. So you've got basically the benefits of a small turbo with the benefits of a big turbo as well. So we'll see how all that works. It's that magical time of the week on a Friday at 4 o'clock when clock out of the paying work and start messing with my own toys. So this is the project TDDI mechanical pump. This is the ambulance with the stonking V8 in it, which is absolutely rudely uneconomical. So I needed something to tow the race box with the race car in, so I chose to use this 1800 diesel. Obviously you'll see the other videos with how we've got to where we are, but it's basically a P100 engine with a mechanical pump and a transit connect cylinder head with the direct injection pistons and head on it. And it runs, so I've just fired it up now. I'll fire it up again. What's really interesting, blew my mind, this variable vane turbo fitted from a Mercedes Sprinter van with having no air pipes, so the actuator isn't opening to open the vanes. It actually restricts the max RPM of the engine, so it gets to about 1,500 RPM. You can hear the turbo whistling, but it will not rev. You have to mechanically open the vanes to allow the air and the back pressure to drop down, and then it revs. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this all works, because I've sort of reverse engineered. Normally this runs on a vacuum and then it pulls it shut when you start the engine, but we've got it the other way around now, so it's on a conventional actuator, so when it sees boost it will open the vanes. Anyway, more about that later. We'll put this here and fire the beast up. So well, it's all a bit ropey, just a half hour of excitement. I think the starter was staying engaged there for a second. I've had to do some funky stuff because this gearbox is from a petrol Transit and the spacing was all wrong. The starter doesn't reach and the big wing sump catches, so it's got the wrong starter cobbled together just so we get a tune out of it. But now we've got a tune out of it, I'll bolt it all together properly, and the next time it'll run will be in the ambulance.